Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 17, Episode 2 of A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game. We've got Jon Snow's Nightwatch versus Yigrette's Freefolk Wildlings. We just wrapped up round number 1. We'll do a quick flyer over the board, have a quick message from this channel's sponsor, and then we will jump into round 2 gameplay. Thank you for watching. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got the 6 volumes of the Catu journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, including Genealogy of Cthulhu, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, Hermeticism of Hastur, also collected in the Omnibus edition. We've got the 3 volumes of Artificial Psychology of Desiring Machines, our podcast series with the Esoteric Saturn Mysteries, Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, and Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. We've got our special sponsor from Nereus Media, including the Trump Saga, Reign of Trump, Tower of Trump, and the God Emperor Trump. Finally, our newest saga, The Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, taking place in H.P. Lovecraft's Dreamlands. Each volume takes place in another Dreamland city, Aimless in Celophace, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, and Stubborn Devotions at the Temple of Thrawn. Now back to our gameplay. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into round number 2. We've got this move to 2. I've cleared out these activation tokens. I do have to get our tactics cards in place, so let's get those set up. First off, we've got the No Coin Beyond the Wall. That goes to our free folk. Basically, they don't have any dealings with sellswords. We'll just take 3 tactics cards for the free folk. We'll do the same thing for the Nightswatch. Nightswatch gets, "It shall not end until my death, the Shield of the Realms of Men," and take the black. Just leave these on each of their sides. We do have our Sworn Swords on the board, doing some maneuvering. You guys can go check out our paint through videos for these. Okay, let's start out with our first activation. Again, let's have I'm gonna have our, we'll start out with pivoting, maneuvering our Ranger trackers. So we'll give them a pivot. We'll give them their full range of 6 here. Give them their activation. For Ranger trackers, it says the Nightswatch Rangers employ many units in varying skill sets, but their eyes are embodied by the trackers. As delicate scouting cavalry, trackers are charged with providing intelligence on enemy strength, numbers, and location. On the battlefield, their expertise expands to determining enemies in vulnerable positions. Wise commanders will heed their counsel and position troops to exploit such weaknesses accordingly. So we've got first move by them. We'll go ahead and take a look at activating. Again, I think we're going to have our not our Spearwives, but our Free Folk Raiders. We'll activate them as well. And Free Folk Raiders will be coming across to do engaging with the Veterans of the Watch. We'll give them the pivot as well. They're activated. Okay, next up. Speaking of the Veterans of the Watch, they've got 5, but if they do a charge, they may be able to, they're 5, we put them here, so they need to get a 5 or better on the roll. Let's give them the shot to do a charge. So they get to pivot. I'll give them a small pivot here. And then we'll roll the die and see what they get. They get a 2. So that's going to be 7. Not quite effective with their charge, but they can have them pivot to here, and then we can have them attack the next round. We'll give them their activation as well. Next up, let us have our Spear Wives. Let's do our Savage Giants. We got our Savage Giants here. Savage Giants say, although considered a myth by most southern Westerosi lands, the Savage Giants beyond the wall are all too real, as the Nightswatch will attest. These huge creatures wear no armor and wield little more than crude mammoth bones or tree trunks. Yet this is all they really need. A single giant can waylay to the heaviest infantry and virtually ignore the lines of charging knights. Only raw numbers or mighty siege weapons can bring the giants down. So let's go ahead and have them take. I'm gonna give them a free movement, and we're gonna use the Weeper here. He's gonna activate on the free mover, make a free maneuver or free retreat. We'll have these guys come across with a pivot and a move. This one as well. And then we'll have them take their actual move, which I'll have a pivot and a move, and we'll have a pivot. Well, we can leave his as that. So they're a bit closer now. I'll also go ahead and have Jorah of Mormont have a friendly unit make a free attack action. So we'll get our first attack action here. We'll have our Ranger trackers get a free attack on the Savage Giant. So they get, for recursive bow, +3 with 7. So this is going to be our first fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Attack here. They are in, I believe, short range. Yes, short range here. So they have a 3+, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 4 there. Any special other attacks? No. Our Savage Giants, they get to shield with 4+. So let's go ahead and give them 4 dice to roll as well. Oh, with a 4+. They get 1, 2. So 2 of the attacks get soaked up. That leaves 2 attacks. Savage Giants each take 5 wounds. So I'll go ahead and place 2 wounds on this giant. So our first attack of the game, using our non-combat units to help influence the battlefield. Let's go back now to Yigrette's Spearwives. I will have her do a maneuver as well. Pivot. Spearwives get. Yigrette's Spearwives get a 5. So we'll go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll leave them there. And then let's also do a charge with Jon Snow's Sworn Brothers. They'll get a 10 as a result. Maybe they'll just do a march, I guess. Not a, just do a full march. So they'll be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they get a march, and that's both of their activations complete. And that is going to wrap it up for round number 2. I will advance to round number 3. So we've seen the first combat of the round. One of our giants hit by Ranger trackers on bow. This could even be our thumbnail. It's pretty intense looking, right? Let's get the thumbnail like that. You guys can go check out these paint through videos, and we will see you in the next round. I will do a quick fly over the board and see you in round number 3. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.